A lot of them don't want to see that, and then they'll just keep them in the country, and I just think it's whack. So if you have the finances and the mental capacity to do it, that's good, but most don't. So that's my only argument.
Wait, to what?
For the passport bros and his lifestyle.
Finding a
so are you against passport bros, or?
I understand the fundamentals of it for those who have done everything in life to make sure they are a man, but if you're not a man...
Straight to insult, shame, and guilt. If you're not a man, guess what, guys? You're born with a penis and you're over 18. You're not a man. You have to do shit to become a man in these women's eyes. Like, the shame that they want to put on men for not being real men.
I don't think you deserve that, honestly. Because not only that, you're going to be with a girl, you're going to make her miserable. She's going to have kids with you. And that's just a whole generation of...
What do you mean you're going to make her miserable?
If you don't have your life together, what makes you think you know how to appreciate a traditional wife?
Oh, so you're saying in the context of passport bros?
Yeah.
If women in the West don't have their lives together, what makes them think they qualify or deserve a traditional man?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, I mean, we're talking about like relationships here. He has 3 that he can handle. They are happy.
Do it, Alvin. Do it. Huh?
Yeah, well,
so go ahead.
He could do that, but if some other guy who's living here who's never had an idea of what a male figure is in his life, he's going based off of whatever little content he picks from the internet. He's saying, well, I want a traditional wife, but therefore he doesn't even have like a credit score. He doesn't even have like his life in check. He's still driving the hoopty from high school. But you want a traditional girl. Like, what happens when you bring that girl over here? You're gonna basically make her a Western woman, and she's gonna realize like this guy really.
She's so fucking dumb. You think someone that's driving a hoopty from high school and not able to do all these things is able to even fucking travel to another country with an extra $3,000 as flights plus living expenses and food costs and everything? How are you assuming these broken, dusty guys that have no money to support or even take care of any type of woman here possible is able to travel to another country at all?
Doesn't have his shit together. Now she's gonna cheat on you.
You know what the solution to that is? Don't bring it to America.
I think that's a cop out. I think that's a cop out.
It's the solution though.
But it's embarrassing. I think that's so embarrassing. I'm Vietnamese. I have workers back home.
You're Vietnamese, but you weren't born there. You've been raised here your whole life. We can obviously tell that. I mean, even me, you can tell that I was born in Cambodia, but you could tell I was raised here majority of my life. You are pretty Western, and just because you're saying these things and that you're Vietnamese doesn't mean that's how Vietnamese people actually truly feel about everything. They might still be appreciative of men going over there, but you are shaming men to not go over there. Do you understand the contradiction of what your own people might want and what you're saying?
You can raise a family over there.
But the whole point
that's my point. That's my point.
If he adapts the culture, that makes sense. But if you're not going to adapt the culture, you're going to marry a girl. Why do you think she married you? For the American culture. You're going to marry her and keep her in her country when she really wants to come over here. I think that's selfish.
Oh yeah, she does.
So, yeah, she does.
Like I agree with your hypothesis that most of the girls that are probably matching up with these passport boys, they're doing it for the green card.
I will agree with most. I would say more than 50% of women in other countries want to come to the U.S.
Yeah, and a lot of guys don't know that because they're seeing only the traditional like value in which I understand. We all see things we want, but like it doesn't mean you can have it. A lot of people don't see that, so they'll like kind of.
But are you saying the key thing when it comes to the passport bros? I mean, we could debate kind of what the motivations are on the women's side. Is the men in Western countries are dissatisfied with the behavior of Western modern women, and they're looking to South America and Asia for more feminine traditional women.
Yeah,
do you disagree with that part?
I understand with that statement. My thing would just be level up. Like I just think that
just level up, guys. What are you guys doing? Just level the fuck up and you'll get exactly what you want here in the West. You'll get the good woman. She'll take care of you. She'll be submissive. She won't care about, material items. She won't post her shit on Instagram. All you have to do is just level up. Women's thought process, just how men can just level up and get whatever we want. It doesn't work that way. It does in a sense of us leveling up. I get the point of men leveling up, but some men can't level up. They are where they are. There's average men everywhere. Average women should be getting with average men. I think that's the whole point, but they're not doing it. So average men are going elsewhere. And these are average men. They're not broken, dusty men.
All right, so what? The girl here wants you to make a decent amount. I'm not saying the extremities of like the 6-7 figure guys. I'm not saying that there aren't girls who don't want you just to be like not socially awkward. Like a lot of guys are socially awkward.
I think you're a bit ignorant to like the average guy's experience. Consider this, right? Most guys, the average guy today, his granddad had to put in a quarter of the work to get the kind of woman that is 4 times.
I would say like 10 times as great as the women now.
As amazing as the woman he's attracted.
Oh, are you talking? You're talking
like
about
his grandmother was an amazing woman and a very, very feminine, natural woman, and his granddad really didn't have to do the kind of work he has to do right now as a young man in the Western world.
So you're talking about hoflation.
Yes, hoflation.
Hoflation. So modern men have to work 5 times harder than their grandfathers did for women 20 times worse than what their grandmothers were.
I'll go with 20 times worse.
It's true. It's actually true.
I get what you guys are saying, but again, I guess with what I understand from everything, it's like I have a family still back at home. They're the guys that are born here and guys who are born in my country. What they do is they sit here and they realize like, all right, I want to go back to my country and marry a girl. They're miserable with the back and forthness. Like that's like an average guy from what I've seen and then what I have to coach with. So I get what you're saying. That
so they don't stay there. They try to do.
They can't afford to stay there.
So she sees like that her own family or her own people that do it and they're miserable. Doesn't mean that's how everybody is. Some people enjoy the going back and forth thing. Some people only go for a little bit and some people like to stay over there. But you're upset at people just staying over there now because you're talking shit on them too because they're copping out.
It's like because they're here. It's like it's hard to make money over there.
Because they work here.
Yeah. So how is that? It's not realistic.
It's not. It's hard. It's not easy. Not everyone can pull it off. They can't. It's true. They can't. It's
that's just my only argument.
We never
all
said
I'm
it
saying.
was
It's not
fully realistic for everyone. It's a hard thing to do, to be able to go to another country, make money in another country, or have enough money to live in another country, or you're making money passively to go live in another country. There's a lot of things you have to hit to be able to be a passport bro properly to live a good life. We've never said it was easy.
Not easy. So
yeah, I get it.
Hoflation. That's the thing.
It's true. It's a thing.
Women are asking for way more now and bringing the least.
They're asking for more now because they're ignorant. But honestly, like I grew up here and I was just as ignorant, not to the degree that it's gotten to, but like the only reason why I am the way I am now is because I met somebody that made me realize, holy crap, I need to have my life. I don't have the luxury to be barbaric.
Hold on.
Alvin Sam super chatted $100.
Yep. Thank you, man.
Ling ling.
Don't have the luxury to be barbaric. Guess what? We're all barbaric. We're barbaric in how we find love and how we find our mates. It's literally through fucking little sparks in our brain is why we like men or women. It's not the logical reasonings of, oh, you know, she's probably going to be a good mother and this and that. No, the first thing that sparks in our head is your looks. That is very primal.
Modern women are masculine, argumentative, combative, and overweight. But by your logic, that's the man's fault.
Your response, Alvin?
I didn't say it was his fault. I didn't say that. There's plenty of women that there isn't. That's the thing. Everyone lives on social media. So you're looking at the girls that you do see on social media that is masculine. I literally have been in...
Like, shut the fuck up. We also date. We also use dating apps and we also go out there and see what the fuck is out there. It's not just what we see on social media. Social media portrays majority of what women are out there. I've even dated many times throughout my life after my divorce. A good chunk of those women are very similar. Maybe not as outrageous, but the things that we are not looking for, the whole wanting to go out all the time, the being promiscuous, the showing your body on the internet constantly, that's most women.
Listen, and also my entire life. There's women of all walks of life. I deal with more women than the average guy has ever dealt with women. So how is it that I can get those girls who are barbarically masculine to submit to their feminine side just by simply them paying for a course with me?
You're doing God's work there.
That's bull fucking shit. Just because they took a course with you and they became with you, they all of a sudden became less, not masculine. Call BS on that shit. Cap.
Excuse me?
You're doing God's work.
That's my point. So it's like, even for myself as a living testament, like how can you say that? It's yes, a lot of these girls don't even have like a proper upbringing, and then you have social media making it to this crazy extravagant level of like there's only this and there's only this. There isn't.
Oh, see, now you're using excuses for their upbringing and all of this, but when before you blamed men for being fatherless and not having male figures in their life. Oh, see how the hypocrisy works when you're defending women, but yet how you attack men.
I mean, just me being here in Santa Barbara for like the past 24 hours, I've ran into girls at coffee shops that weren't to a certain degree, but I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Everyone isn't like that. But we only see what is on social media, is all I'm going to say. And they're going to argue with that because L Asian, because you guys live on social media. You're a burner account, leaving comments. That's what you do. But why don't you build some social skills and get out of it? Find some common grounds with girls who actually do, I don't know, pottery class, church, shit like that. I think people make it so extreme.
A lot of these church girls are chameleons.
Okay, that's the extreme. Like I'm saying, like
she thinks it's the extreme. There's a reason why majority of churches are women and women in their 30s. It's not the extreme.
It's in the women's space. Like I for nail salon since I was 14. So therefore, yeah, there are those type of girls who use that as a facade. But then there are girls who are just there. And there's also, like he said, women are fucking obese and masculine. What about the guys who are feminized and obese also? But then they demand it.
I'm just curious, like, on average, what do you think like the average age of one of like your female clients would be?
Right now, they're mid 20s, early 30s.
Right.
Early 30s. Okay.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just, and then like anyone that's younger, like the younger guys that are complaining about women being shitty, you're young. You shouldn't even be dating. You should honestly be getting your shit together. So I really don't see why that's even an argument. I get getting your thing offshore, but like, honestly,
yeah, but a lot of guys want a wife, man. A lot of guys want to have a wife and kids. They really do.
But that's
a lot of
my
guys
point.
don't want to be a playboy. A lot of guys don't want to fly around the world on jets and drive.
Yeah, this is why they want to get together with young, because they want to build right away. Yes, they should probably be focusing more on their careers, more on building themselves, but men have historically wanted to raise families at young ages. And it was fine back in the day. It's just not how it is now. Yes, so they do have to adjust a little bit. I do agree. But it's just to kind of tell men to not deal with relationships at all is kind of crazy, because there's going to be men that want what they want. All women can seem to do is shame, insult, and guilt. Please like, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.